Good morning, Maya. Look at you. You are so punctual. It is exactly 10 minutes to 9. How did you sleep last night? Good morning, Daniel. Yes, I always like to be on time. I slept wonderfully, thank you. The bed was very comfortable. What about you? Did you get enough rest for our big walking tour today? I slept like a baby, honestly. Traveling always makes me super tired, so I fell asleep immediately. But hey, look outside through the big window. The weather looks a bit strange today, don't you think? It is very different from yesterday. Oh, let me see. Wow, you are completely right. Yesterday was so bright, warm, and sunny all day long. But today, the sky is filled with heavy gray clouds, and it looks quite dark. I think it might rain later. Yeah, it looks very overcast. In Canada, when the sky looks like this, it usually means a big storm is coming soon. I really hope it doesn't rain today because we plan to walk all the way up to the old castle on the hill. Walking in the rain is not very fun. I agree. Walking in heavy rain can be very uncomfortable. But the weather in Portugal can change very quickly in the morning. Sometimes the clouds look scary, but then the wind blows them away and the sun comes out again in an hour. That is true. Coastal weather is always unpredictable. Let's stay positive and hope for the best. After all, a little bit of cloud is actually nice for walking because it keeps us cool. We won't get too hot or sweaty while climbing the hill. That is an excellent point, Daniel. Positive thinking is always better. It is definitely better than walking under a burning hot sun at midday. Since it looks so gray outside, it actually reminds me of what you said yesterday about Canada. You mentioned that winters in Kingston are freezing and can reach minus 20 degrees. That sounds absolutely crazy to me. Yes, minus 20 degrees Celsius is actually quite normal for a Canadian winter. It gets very cold and we get massive amounts of white snow everywhere. You have to wear a heavy winter coat, a thick scarf, gloves, and a warm hat just to step outside for 5 minutes. What is winter like in your hometown of Valencia? Oh, wow. Valencia is completely different. Our winters are very mild and short. It almost never snows in my city. The temperature in winter is usually around 10 to 15 degrees Celsius. People wear light jackets, but we still see the sun almost every day. I don't think I could survive a single day in a Canadian winter. Trust me, you get used to it after a while. It sounds scary, but we have great heating systems inside our houses, schools, and offices, so when you are indoors, it is very warm and cozy. But I must admit, I prefer the summer season in Canada. Summers are beautiful, warm, and perfect for hiking in the mountains. That sounds lovely. Valencia is famous for its summers, but honestly, sometimes it becomes way too hot for me. In July and August, the temperature easily goes above 35 degrees, and the air is very humid because we are right next to the sea. You sweat constantly, and it is impossible to walk outside during the afternoon. Everyone just stays inside with the air conditioning turned on, or they go to the beach to swim in the ocean. Wow, 35 degrees with high humidity sounds intense. I like warm weather, but extreme heat can be very exhausting, especially when you want to be active and explore the city. I guess every country has its own extreme weather. Canada has extreme cold, and Spain has extreme heat. Exactly. That is why traveling is so interesting. You get to experience completely different climates and see how people adapt to their environment. Speaking of weather experiences, what do you usually do when it rains heavily in Valencia? Do you stay at home or do you still go out and do things with you? When it rains in Valencia, it usually happens during autumn and it pours down intensely for just a few days. We call it a flash flood sometimes. Because it happens rarely, the city isn't always fully prepared for it, so most people prefer to stay indoors. We watch movies, drink hot chocolate, or read books. It is a perfect excuse to be lazy at home. What about in Canada? In Canada, especially in the spring and autumn, we get a lot of rainy days. Since it happens so frequently, life cannot just stop. We are very... Maya, hey, Daniel, Look outside again. I think I just saw a tiny drop of water hit the window pane. Let me check the live weather forecast on my smartphone right now. We should see what the radar says before we leave the hostel. Oh, that is a very smart idea. It is always better to check the technology. What does the weather application say about Lisbon for today? Let me open the app. Okay, I am looking at it now. It says right now the temperature is 18 degrees Celsius. The humidity is quite high, around 80%. And oh, look at this. There is a 40% chance of rain between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. 40% chance? Well, that is right now, during the exact time we plan to walk up the hill to the castle. That is a bit annoying. Does it say if the rain will be heavy or just a light drizzle? Let me click on the hourly details. Ah, it says it will most likely be a light drizzle, not a heavy downpour or a thunderstorm. And the good news is, after 12 o'clock noon, the percentage drops down to 10%, and the icon changes to a bright sun behind a small cloud. So the afternoon will be completely clear, sunny, and beautiful. Well, that is actually fantastic news. A light drizzle is not a big problem at all. We can easily manage that. Did you bring an umbrella with you on this trip, or did you leave it in Spain? Yes, of course. I always travel with a small, compact umbrella inside my backpack. I am always prepared for unexpected situations. What about you? Do you have any rain gear with you today? I don't have an umbrella, unfortunately, because I forgot to pack one in my suitcase. But I am wearing a waterproof windbreaker jacket right now, and it has a very large hood. So if it starts to drizzle, I can just put my hood up and my head and jacket will stay perfectly dry. That is perfect. Between my compact umbrella and your waterproof jacket, we are fully prepared to face whatever the weather throws at us today. Nothing can stop our adventure. I love your adventurous spirit, Maya. You are a great travel partner. Since we are ready, should we go to the cafe down the street first and get some hot coffee and breakfast while we wait for the sky to clear up a bit? Ah, that sounds like an amazing plan, Daniel. A warm cup of coffee is exactly what I need on a cloudy morning like this. Let's go.